Unit 3, Part A. Listen to the following text and answer the questions that follow.
There are some clear statistics on the state of unemployment among graduates in Malaysia. Bank Negara's latest annual report carried out a research on unemployment among graduates in terms of the Malaysian youth's position compared to other countries, the possible causes, and measures that need to be taken. The bright side of the survey is that Malaysia is not alone in facing the problem of unemployed youth. Other countries in the region, such as Thailand and Singapore, are also facing the same dilemma. Those mostly aged between 15 to 24 years old are unemployed. It is reported that one of the possible reasons for the lack of employability of local graduates is due to the mismatch of training at universities and the employer's requirement. To add further, poor communication skills and a growing number of foreign workers flooding our country increases the statistics of unemployed graduates. Therefore, it is recommended that the policymakers reduce the high dependency on foreign workers and employ the local graduates instead. To encourage this effort, the government can come up with a scheme where companies will get incentives if they hire locals and tax them heavily if they get foreigners to do the job. This matter has to be addressed as this problem would lead to socio-economic issues that would impact national finances if left unattended in the near future. Unit 3, Part B. Listen to the following conversation and answer the questions that follow.
Oh boy, I am so glad we are given this break. It has been quite an event.
Me too. There is so much information that we have received this morning.
Yes, I am still amazed by what I have heard from the speakers. I have never given so much thought on the issues discussed here this morning until now.
Yes, I feel the same way too. You know, Darina, the one that hit me hard is the one on teenage suicide. I was quite shocked to know that it is becoming one of the most serious issues in our country.
Yes, it is. Teenagers nowadays seem to face a lot more stress in their lives.
Just like us. And that is why I don't understand how teenagers can easily take their own lives over these problems. We seem to be able to deal with them quite alright.
Afiq, it is not the same for everybody. Some teenagers have to deal with these problems on their own. They lack attention from their family and they may not realize that they can go to their teachers for guidance and counseling.
Yeah, remember what Mr. Hashim, our first speaker, said about this matter? These teenagers face family breakups where their parents are divorced and their siblings are separated from each other.
Yes, and this affects their studies too. They are not able to cope with the pressure of exams and assignments, and this makes them feel like a failure.
I know they begin experiencing low self-esteem, and this causes them to have depression and finally lead them to commit suicide.
Yes, that is so sad. Having low self-esteem is also one main effect of cyberbullying.
Yes, Professor Chan, our second speaker this morning, mentioned that this can also lead to suicide. Victims of cyberbullying have to face online harassment, and sometimes this leads to other verbal attacks from peers who have read the online posts.
I guess that is why parents play an important role in supervising their children's social media. Afiq, we have to be more careful on who we befriend on the social media.
Yes, Darina, I agree. Never allow any stranger into our social media. I myself am very careful on who I add as my Facebook friend.
One more thing. We should not include too much of our personal information in any of our social media websites. Some people may misuse this information and start a rumor or create some lies with it.
That is scary. I have to keep that in mind every time I open my Facebook.
Yes, me too.
Oh my, our break time is over. Let's go back inside the hole. I hope the next talk will be as interesting as the ones earlier on.
I sure hope so.